Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Toronto Raptors rolled the dice last season and gambled on acquiring Kawhi Leonard. They knew it could be just a one-year rental, with Leonard able to be a free agent in 2019. But Kevin, after winning the 2019 NBA title, anything else is gravy.
The first title in franchise history, DA. Such a huge moment for the team, the city, and the country of Canada. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Augustine.
And suddenly, his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go the past 5 games. The percentage from long range, not close to what it was earlier. But he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. We've got DJ Augustine, also Terrence Ross out there. Vucevic is out there with Aminu, and it's Birch in at the power forward position. And for Toronto, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Van Vliet and Lowry are the 1 and the 2. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3.
Boy, guys, you think about the turnaround in Orlando last season. One of the big parts of that turnaround, obviously, was the great production they got out of the center position.
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Augustine looking around. The pass to Vucevic to the paint. Here's Aminu. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Aminu's got his team on the board to start the game for Orlando. Doors for the Magic last year. Vucevic putting up career numbers.
Boy, Kev, he was dynamite. Averaged over 20 points a game for the first time in his career, and he combined that with 12 rebounds. Consider that came after this organization drafted a center in the lottery, Mo Bamba. So what's the future for those two?
Augustine. Siakam pulls it in. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lowry. That one goes in.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Now here is Augustine. Covered by Van Vliet. Pass to Vucevic. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. It's a 3-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Just 3 to shoot. A nice shot by Gasol.
I love the catch-and-shoot game. Marc Gasol, so much confidence in that area.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the night.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. Yours teams sometimes struggle right out of the blocks. When do they generally hit, in your opinion, the panic button?
Well, let's hope the panic button doesn't get hit for anybody, Kevin. But the one thing that would concern any team, obviously, is injury to a star, either an established star or a rookie they're trying to get good minutes for. But, boy, if you're hitting the panic button this early, look out.
But the one thing is, Doris, you can really kind of rectify the situation because of the length of the regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. An NBA year affords plenty of opportunities to find your footing.
Now here's Vucevic, following the miss by Pascal Siakam. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Vucevic. Offensive rebound. Birch the pass to Vucevic. Pass to Siakam. Rebound by the Magic. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
Now here is Augustine. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Aminu finds Vucevic. Fader on the way.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And Siakam throws it down.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
The Magic trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Birch. Back to Augustine. The pass to Vucevic. To the middle to end the drought. Augustine, no luck. Raptors leading by 4. Outside Lowry. Siakam kicks to Lowry. Cans it from downtown. Lowry's got 5.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
And getting into the second part of November here, a quick glance at the power rankings. Let's see how everyone started out. You take a look at the Pistons. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Raptors, they've shown their capabilities, but it's been in flashes. If they want to move up this list, it may take greater focus, greater commitment.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Ross, averaging 13 points per game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
Now here's Ross against Washington. He was really on his game. Augustine dishes to Ross. Vucevic the pass to Birch. To end the run. It's good.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. And that one misses.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defensive mind in the NBA coaching ranks.
The Magic trail by 7. Augustine with it. He had 13 points in the win against Washington. Pass to Ross. Pass to Augustine. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Van Vliet. Augustine, no luck. And with Clifford and the defense, he's excelled in that area his whole career.
Well, think back at both stops in Charlotte and Orlando. His teams have been really solid on the defensive end of the floor. They limit turnovers and second chance points, get back in transition, build the wall. It's becoming his calling card as a coach, guys.
Now here's Ross, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Ross kicks to Birch. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Passes it to Aminu. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Ross.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Van Vliet looking around. Vucevic against Gasol. Back to Lowry. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I think quickness has probably never been more important in the NBA, but you cannot overlook the value of strength. Think about a guy like Kyle Lowry. He's not the biggest, he's not the most explosive, but he's got strength and he's got that bulldog mentality.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Kyle Lowry is never shy about contact.
You're right, Kevin. Never shy on either end, offensively or defensively. Kyle Lowry will get into you. He is the tone setter with his physicality and his effort level.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Aaron Gordon comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Boy, Kyle Lowry has carved out for himself quite the career. This guy came in as a dogged defender, and on the offensive end, he's able to create for both himself and his teammates.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Now here's Fultz, covered by Van Vliet. Took him no time at all on that one.
Well, terrific to see Markelle Fultz knock it down, looking more and more assertive in the mid-range.
Here's Van Vliet, guarded by Fultz. Pass to Gasol. Shoots over Vucevic. No good from Gasol. The Magic trail by 4. Pass to Fultz. Ross against Lowry. Ross dishes to Fultz. Passes to Birch. Here's the 3. No good that time. And Toronto will come the other way. Here's Van Vliet. He had 16 points in the win against Charlotte.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And there's the pass to Van Vliet. Vucevic with the block.
Well, the reach, the timing, Vucevic using all of that 7'4" wingspan to turn that shot away. You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And here's Fultz. Marc Gasol getting his 3 to go. Shoots over Van Vliet. The rebound by Gasol. Toronto leading by 5. And it's blocked by Gordon.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
Fultz with the ball. Lowry picks him up, and the shot goes in from Fultz. And so Gasol will bring it up for Toronto. Now here's Van Vliet. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside Lowry. Kicks to Ibaka. The steal. Ross on the wing. Covered by Van Vliet. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Gasol. Wide open look. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Gasol's got 7 points in the game. The Magic trail by 5. Now Fultz. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Ross kicks to Gordon. And here's Fultz. Shoots over Van Vliet. Fultz, no good.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Lowry. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Here's Van Vliet. Vucevic with the block, but he stays with it. Tries again. 2 points. That one goes. And it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
1:46 left to play in the first quarter.
The Toronto Raptors 2 summers ago making bold moves. Think about it. You trade away a franchise cornerstone in DeMar DeRozan. You fired Dwayne Casey in his Coach of the Year season. But it paid off in a huge way.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And the front office in Toronto, Doris, took a lot of heat for those changes you were just talking about.
Kev, their point guard Kyle Lowry wouldn't even talk to the president for much of the season. But the feeling was, from the management, in order for this team to break through, changes had to be made.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Johnson, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Norman Powell subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Raptors leading by 7. Johnson finds Powell. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop. .116 left here in the first quarter.
Fultz looking around. Pass to Bamba. Fultz with the ball. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the shot goes in. Fultz has got 6.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And it's Lowry penetrating. Here's Ibaka. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. The Magic trail by 7. Here's Bamba. Here's Fultz. Goes up again. Bamba's shot is off.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
Good on both. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Johnson penetrating. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Fultz, no good. And Ibaka kicks to Powell. Just 3 on the clock, and it's good on the way in. Powell's got his second bucket of the game to go. Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now it complements Kyle Lowry and Pascal Siakam and what he brings to the team.
Bringing my defense toughness, my experience playing with those two guys, one of the best in the game right now. And then, helping those two here. And with my experience, what I learned, I think I can help the team a lot, energy, and both hands on the floor.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Raptors 5 right now. On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. Siakam is out there with Johnson, and it's McCaw in at the point guard. Siakam passes to McCaw, kicks it out to Siakam, finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Raptors lead by 11.
Boy, talk about confidence right there. Siakam on the catch and shoot, ready to rise and fire.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam, drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, a Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole. And Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. And the Magic making a change here. Augustine's checked in. The Magic trail by 9. Outside Fournier. From the baseline. Good as the jump shot falls. Fournier's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, this is one of Fournier's go-to shots. Such a strong sense from when to fire from that distance.
Here's Powell. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. Here we go, one-on-one. That's tipped. Here's the break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Johnson with the stuff.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Fournier following the basket by Stanley Johnson. And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Gordon. On defense, the Raptors. Passes it to Aminu. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Powell. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Here's Isaac. And that one is stuffed right through.
This guy has great agility at his position. Jonathan Isaac's so fluid when he's driving to the cup.
Here's McCall. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Siakam. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
I think, guys, maybe what you appreciate most about Pascal Siakam is his versatility. He can score from a number of areas. He can guard multiple positions. There is a lot to like about this young man.
2 shots.
They throw good. Siakam.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam got better in every statistical category.
Second free throw, no good. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Boy, DJ Augustine, the number 9 pick in 2008, he has certainly been well-traveled in his career.
Now here's Powell. Siakam, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. The shot by Powell, no good. And despite the journeyman career, Augustine is playing his best ball now.
Well, it's reflected in his shooting percentages, Kevin. Over the last few seasons, he has really taken off in terms of his efficiency. This is probably one of the most underrated shooters in the NBA.
Here's Powell, following the bucket by Orlando. Johnson inside. He's covered by Aminu. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Isaac. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
McCaw, the pass to Anunoby. Here's Johnson, guarded by Augustine. Johnson against Aminu. Johnson kicks to Anunoby. They get it back. Doesn't go for him.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
Well, this guy is the very definition of undersized but tough-minded. Through the contact, DJ goes.
McCaw, the pass to Siakam. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
A moment here to see the numbers for McCaw, averaging about 4 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And clearly he's having a tough stretch here, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity. That'll be key.
Right, because everyone gets out of rhythm on occasion. It feels harder than it should be, but you've just got to keep working.
Here's McCall. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And again, Toronto no luck.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Fournier's shot is off. Trying to get something going. And the Raptors miss again. The Magic have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. There's the pass to Augustine. Outside Fournier. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. Toronto calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And some of these distributors have been very hot from beyond the arc this season. The best three-point shooting point guards in the league. And you look at Augustine, third in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
You know, and having that element of long-range shooting ability makes them a tough puzzle for defenders to solve. You know, it's an invaluable asset for a point guard, and these players have it in a big-time way.
Here's Fournier following the basket by Marc Gasol. From 12 feet out, Fournier's shot is off. Toronto trailer. Here's McCall, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Well, the wingspan of Pascal Siakam makes that dunk look easy.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Pass to Fournier for three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Augustine. To the left side wing. 5 on the clock. Left block shot on the way. And it's Gasol with the bucket inside. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Lowry against Fournier. Outside for Gasol. From outside, off the mark.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Lowry finds Van Vliet. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Vucevic, and the Magic can hold on to the ball. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And you know, for that Knicks game, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
So it's Orlando now. They trail by 1. Now here is Augustine. He's got 6. Fournier in the corner. Here's Vucevic. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Augustine. 6th in free throw percentage, 13th in three-point field goal percentage, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Now here's Fultz. After the miss from Vucevic, Bamba's shot is off. Now Van Vliet, he has 5. Down low. Here's Gasol, and it's off the back rim, no good. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. No good from Ross.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And here's Fultz. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. Drills the three-pointer. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Mr. Vucevic has elite range for a big man. He will punish you from downtown if you let him.
Outside Gasol. Back to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 2. Step back shot. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
For Orlando, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And he makes the first.
Guys, how about the Magic making the playoffs last year for the first time in 7 years? And think about how much qualifying did for their confidence moving forward.
Ken Burge has checked in for the Magic. Gordon comes in for Terrence Ross. Now here's Van Vliet. 5 points in the game. And here we go with the Magic fast break. The offensive rebound. Fultz, no good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. Lowry. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Lowry's got it all tied up now for Toronto. And talking about that postseason, Orlando ran into a buzzsaw in Kawhi Leonard.
Well, Kawhi was fantastic, and he gave Aaron Gordon and Jonathan Isaac a glimpse into what it's like to operate at a championship level. Sometimes your opponent teaches you how to build on what you have started to begin and formulate in your own organization. The future is bright.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred Van Vliet.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
And they've had their difficulties from the line here in the second. Could extend their lead if they just make some more free throws.
Well, this is where Evan Fournier has a feel for where to go in transition. Really good job.
Here is Lowry, following the basket by Evan Fournier. The feed to Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Orlando with the ball after the Raptors pick up 2. Inside. Here's Vucevic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Well, Vucevic has got a number of moves he can go to. He's so comfortable this close to the cup.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. It's Powell on the wing. He's guarded by Fournier. And Ibaka kicks to Powell. Knocked away. It's stolen by Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Raptors. They lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Marc Gasol playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the board. They help keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. They've got Al-Farouq Aminu. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustine, and it's Vucevic, and it's Birch in at the 4. Now here's Van Vliet. Rebound by the Magic. Birch has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ross passes to Aminu. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Passes it to Siakam. 6 to shoot. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Birch, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Birch has got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Van Vliet passes to Gasol. The three-pointer, no good.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Augustine with it. He's got 6. And the pass to Birch. He kicks it to Aminu. Shoots over Van Vliet. Great positioning on the putback.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Gasol. Shoots over Vucevic. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Gasol.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. and he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. There's Hollis Jefferson, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
How about the toughness, Kevin, from Hollis Jefferson on the interior? Fantastic at using his length close to the rack to get that contact.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, the former Arizona Wildcat, Hollis Jefferson, right? He's a superb athlete, just oozing with potential.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And you talk about this market of Toronto, Doris, it's been slept on for a long time.
No doubt, Greg, this is one of the biggest markets in North America. The Raptors are Canada's team, a country of over 37 million people. The Raptors ranked 4th last season in attendance.
Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory, and finished off by Gasol.
Marc Gasol has been more and more willing to be a primary scorer, and this guy is unstoppable right now.
And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. Now here's Aminu. 5 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Marc Gasol. He's averaging about 19 points per, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists.
He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Three-pointer, Lowry. That shot is off. The Magic go the other way with it. Johnson against Ross. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Raptors leading by 3. Here's Lowry. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Vucevic finds Isaac. Augustine against Lowry. Clock at 6. Augustine against Lowry. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Magic. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, the Raptors tied up with them.
Man, and looking at the Magic,
they've been a revelation here in the early going. Some people, including myself, had doubts about their plan coming into the season, but no question it's working.
You know what, Greg? It just looks to me like they're having fun out there, and sometimes that's contagious. It drives success. This is beautiful.
The sixth pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw, potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Shooting two.
That's good from Isaac. Thus far in his young career, Jonathan Isaac's strength, I think, dwarfs his defense.
That has everything to do, Kevin, with his blend of length and mobility. This guy can be extremely disruptive on that end of the floor, and Jonathan Isaac will grow offensively as well.
Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Augustine against Lowry. Pass to McCaw. Johnson outside. Here's Siakam. And the layup is good. Siakam's got 9.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Magic trail by 5. Here is Augustine. He's got 6. Poked away. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself.
Well, we so often talk about DJ Augustine's quickness on the offensive end, but there uses it to create the steal. Nice.
Pass to Johnson. Here's McCall. Fires from deep. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Now here is Augustine. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Augustine. They trail by 6.
I'll tell you, Siakam has the ability to intimidate offensive players. How about that one? Send it back.
Johnson from outside. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ross with it. Gasol covering. Ross passes to Birch. In the corner, Bamba with it. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, the decision-making getting better with more repetition. Mo Bamba starting to feel out the defense.
Johnson outside. Puts it up from 15. Birch grabs the board.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, excellent pursuit of the basketball by Mo Bamba. Love his effort there.
And the Raptors call time here.
So the term unicorn has arisen for shot blockers who can also space the floor. Mo Bamba on that list, guys.
And the Raptors with some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Stanley Johnson. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCall. Orlando also making some changes. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Jonathan Isaac. Evan Fournier comes in for Ross. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Now, here's Lowry. He's got 14. Here's Ibaka. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando trailing here. And coming in, Mo Bamba comparing his game to that of Joel Embiid. Doris, you see that?
Well, I've heard others mention Rudy Gobert with a three-point shot, and that might be a closer comparison. We're going to have to watch and see what Mo Bamba hangs his hat on both the offensive and defensive end. Comparison's a bit early at this point.
Siakam passes to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Over Bamba. Bamba with the block.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
That one falls. Bamba's got 6 points.
I'll tell you, the next step for Mo Bamba will be more muscle, but he finishes through contact right there.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Stolen by Bamba. In the corner, it's Gordon. Offline with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Anunoby. Pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And it's the Magic with the ball. Now Fultz. 6 points for him. Outside Fournier. And a miss there on the triple. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Powell. And he makes good on the layup. He has 6.
Well, this guy's very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. A 2-point game. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Tipped away. So it's Orlando now. Fultz the pass to Bamba. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, let's remember, Mo Bamba is 7 feet tall. He is a challenge for the defense to get a good contest.
The Magic have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. 7-footers typically challenged as far as mobility. But Doris, you look at Mo Bamba. He appears to be very fluid.
Well, he's listed at 7 feet. He's actually 7'1" in shoes. And despite that height, Kevin, as you mentioned, Mo Bamba is a very fluid athlete. He's got exceptional feet, tremendous upside for Bamba.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, Mo Bamba is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? The size combined with the shooting ability.
Ibaka right side. Ross with the steal. They break it out, 5 on 3. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Lowry finds Siakam. Over Gordon. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. 11 points for Siakam.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside Fournier. Now the pass to Gordon. Shoots over Powell. And it's Gordon missing.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Lowry kicks to Powell. Off target from outside. Orlando's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. There's Gordon with the 3. That shot off the mark. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
Anunoby, good. And now a 4-point Toronto lead.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Ross against Lowry. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
You know, scoreless this quarter, and it's not helping them battle back.
Powell, the pass to Siakam. To the inside. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Orlando grabs the miss. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here's Fournier. He's got 18. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ross. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's Lowry penetrating. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Kev, we know this about Serge Ibaka. This guy is a strong presence on the offensive glass. If you don't check him out, you're going to get hurt.
Here's Gordon. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The third quarter comes to a close. Raptors lead by 6. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with power, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Here's VanVleet. Magic knocking down the tray. Siakam outside. Fires from the line, and another basket for Toronto.
Well, a little bit of quality defense will not deter Pascal Siakam. Go to work.
Powell against Fournier. Pass to Gordon. Down low. Here's Vucevic. Lays it up off the glass. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Raptors leading by 3. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Floats it up there for Siakam. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Magic. Looking for Fournier and gets it there. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Well, the body of Evan Fournier comes into play in these difficult finishes. That's really nice.
Now here's VanVleet, who's guarded by Fournier. Hollis Jefferson passes to VanVleet, and the shot is good. And the Raptors lead by 5. For Orlando, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Pass to Fournier. He feeds it to Vucevic. And the rejection by Ibaka. In the corner, Powell with it. No good with the triple. The Magic trail by 5. They get a hand on it. Stolen by VanVleet. All going up court. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Not only is Pascal Siakam elevating his offensive game, he's elevating his efficiency. He is working right now.
Magic shooting around 41% on the night. Now here's Ross. He's tightly guarded. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. Isaac's checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Fournier. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Vucevic. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Well, anytime someone can knock down mid-range Jays, it opens up the floor. Nikola Vucevic doing just that.
Augustine with it. Gasol covering. Got that bucket in no time at all. Now just a 2-point Toronto lead.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line. Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Gasol comes to help to the right side. To the paint, here's Gordon. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Augustine. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and it's sent back by Isaac. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Gasol, that's a 2-pointer. Augustine grabs the board. Orlando's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Passes it to Vucevic. Inside to tie it up. It's deflected. Van Vliet with it. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Vucevic. The pass to Isaac. Kicks it to Gordon. He dishes it to Augustine. Orlando moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Gasol with the steal. Powell and the dunk by Powell.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
The Magic trail by 4. Now here is Augustine. Here's Isaac. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Van Vliet. Feeds it to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
I'll tell you, once Marc Gasol gets to the rim, turn the lights out.
Now Augustine. To the middle. Gordon against Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ross. They get it again. Here's Vucevic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And 2019, Nikola Vucevic becomes a first-time All-Star. No doubt his best season, and what a timely one to have it in a contract year.
The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
And a big new contract for Vucevic, rewarding his breakthrough season. Doris, in your mind, how has he improved?
Well, you can look specifically at his scoring and his shooting percentages, both going up dramatically. He showed comfort inside and outside the arc. This guy has become a go-to offensive weapon. Vucevic, a first-time All-Star last year. Can he continue to build on it?
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
You know, you think about the most important players in Toronto Raptors history. Vince Carter probably #1. DeMar DeRozan would be on that list. But boy, Kyle Lowry has got to be there as well. Remarkable how far they've come since he joined the team back in 2012.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And the Raptors and Lowry both grew together, Doris, wouldn't you say?
A marriage made in heaven. Kyle Lowry has always played with a huge chip on his shoulder. He still carries that edge, but that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable they can rely on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He said, we're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, young sir.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Isaac. Now Vucevic. Was on the wing. Second shot opportunity. They get the rebound. Gordon. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Gordon's got 4 this quarter. Raptors leading by 6. Now the feed to Gasol. Misses the layup.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Jacks up a 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Siakam passes to Van Vliet, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 8.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Orlando's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Ross. Picked him clean. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And here is Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Shoots over Vucevic. And the shot is long. The Magic trail by 8. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer Augustine drains it from beyond the arc.
What a pretty looking catch and shoot situation. DJ Augustine.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Orlando's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Augustine with it. Passes it to Ross. 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Augustine from outside, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Lowry's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Augustine from outside gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Toronto leading by 4. Now here is Lowry. Here's Van Vliet. And the pass to Siakam. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Magic. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
Lowry against Ross. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. Good D by Siakam.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Now here's Van Vliet. Not a lot of room. Inside. Takes it from 10. Jump shot is good that time. Siakam's got 26.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Vucevic. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. And Gasol sends it back.
This guy, the defensive anchor, Marc Gasol, twice on the pipes.
Chalk up 2 there. 17 points for Vucevic.
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
Over to the left wing. Here's Gasol. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Now here is Augustine, covered by VanVleet. Pass to Ross. Now Vucevic, 6 on the shot clock. Over Siakam. The Magic getting another chance here. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the 4th. VanVleet passes to Gasol. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but now still a 1-possession game.
Pass to VanVleet. Down low. Vucevic with the block. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 3. 23 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. The Raptors making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. .23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Off the inbound. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And the Raptors call time here. They're leading by 1. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. .20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a three-point game.
Boy, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical three-point cushion. What poise.
Three-pointer Augustine can't knock in the three. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mark. Not the prettiest of games, but you got the job done. What was the difference down the stretch?
Getting stops. I thought we got good stops. We took away the pain. We did multiple efforts. So we did a good job rebounding the ball and, make a couple of shots at the end, too.
Offense and defense equals W's. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.